President Cyril Ramaphosa has been entreated to reveal one and all his ministers the door, or on the very least, inspire her to resign. According to the DA, Kambudson Chavheni has been responsible of non-performance, even as in fee of the communications and digital technologies portfolio. In what many critics could argue is a crowded field, Chavheni has been recognized as deadwood inside the ANC cabinet. Diane Kohler-Bernard is the shadow minister for communications, and he or she believes Ramaphosa now has a responsibility to deal with the top of this department. Amongst different complaints, the DA are especially involved approximately the dire monetary straits a few entities inside the ministry are facing. Under her watch, the South African Post Office will allegedly not be able to pay its personnel voluntary severance packages. SAPO presently sits with 133 million rands in fruitless, wasteful and irregular expenditure. No senior figures have been held accountable. A dozen entities inside the Department of Communications and Technologies have racked up an eye-watering 5.6 billion rands in losses. Ramaphosa need to hard place her. Minister slammed through contrary number. Chavheni could argue that she has an extra hard process than most. SAPO has been in a crucial function for years. However, the minister has fallen quick on the subject of turning matters around. As Kohler-Bernard factors out, this loss of accountability isn't always a sustainable course forward. Again, former fitness minister, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, has grown to be the modern ANC heavyweight, to name for the motion to revert lower back to its disciplinary strategies, in preference to step-apart tips. These step-apart tips have been followed on the ANC 2017 countrywide convention, which noticed Cyril Ramaphosa turning into a president. Many comrades who experienced their being politically focused through this rule argued that Ramaphosa's faction amended those tips to dissuade comrades visible as combatants from participating. RET comrades mainly said that the tips after they have been followed they did now no longer have it thoughts that they have been going for use as a political weapon to silence folks that try and oppose their undertaking the modern leadership. Mkhize stated it will likely be higher if the step-apart tips are removed, and the ANC hotel lower back to its disciplinary strategies of managing conflicts or wrongdoing inside the motion. KwaZulu-Natal and Mpumalanga provinces, which undeniably have a huge delegation they may be bringing to the convention, are calling for the scrapping of the tips. Critics argue that despite the fact that it can have been a great initiative that the ones accused of wrongdoing could step apart till they have been cleared through a ready courtroom docket of law, those tips have but completed extra damage than precise to the motion. It additionally claimed that despite the fact that ANC became already combating with the problem of factionalism on the 2017 convention, the step-apart tips may have divided the motion extra than ever. Those who felt they have been being focused fashioned their very own grouping which many satirically talk to, because the organization of the wounded. On the alternative hand, folks that regard themselves because the upright and feature now no longer been suffering from the step-apart tips, are those calling for renewal of the motion, in addition to rallying at the back of Cyril Ramaphosa's 2D time period.